Anything that is in your car that could potentially be loose acts as a projectile. So when we look at the force of a crash, and we look at crash forces, items in your car that may seem light to us, if they strike an individual, a baby, an adult, a mom, a dad, with crash forces, those items can cause serious injury. So we want to make sure that everything in our car is pretty much cleaned up. We don't have any loose items, and those things are going to include the mirrors, things like that. Items like that should not be used when driving in the vehicle. So items such as hanging things like this from the handle are not recommended while your child is riding in the car. So take those things off and save them for when you're outside of the car. Adding things to harness straps or putting in cushions that did not come with the car seat are not recommended or allowed by the car seat manufacturer. Remember, when you put your child in the car seat, we don't want any bulky clothing. So depending on what season you're having your child, oftentimes families, when they're worried about their child being cold, will wear big bulky, or have the child wearing bulky clothing. That can interfere with understanding the tightness of the straps. So if we have bulky clothing and we think we've got these straps tight enough, it may not be, and what can happen oftentimes, it will compress that bulky clothing and not work the way we want it to in the event of a car crash. So children and babies should be in one layer. So we want to make sure that baby's not wearing a hat. In the winter months when it's cooler, go outside and turn your car on so the temperatures makes you feel more comfortable with putting your child in the car. But we really don't want to add anything extra to the car seat that the child could get, wrap around their neck, or cover their face. So in these summertime months and even beyond, it gets really warm in Florida. And so the best advice is to go and turn your vehicle on, making sure that children don't have access to gain entry into the car when your car is running, but to lower the temperature, because we don't want to add anything that could be a projectile. So oftentimes we see families using maybe a clip-on fan in the vehicle to try to cool the baby. So the best idea is to make sure that you've just got that temperature lowered so that when you put the baby in there, the baby is going to be comfortable temperature-wise.